welcome to Soul to Soul. I am your host, Medium Kelly Kristin, and as always, it is great to be here with you tonight. I hope I'm not going to cough too much. Last week, I had my 102 fever, right, with COVID, and I still have the COVID coughs. So, with me, fingers crossed. I hope everyone had a great week. I was doing my COVID thing, but I'm in good spirits. I feel a lot better today, so that's great news. I wanted to talk a little bit about the giveaway that I was giving away last week. If you liked and joined my business Facebook page, I am struggling a little bit with that. So I can see who has liked and followed. I just can't see who the people are. So maybe that should be the giveaway. Anyone who can tell me how to figure out who the people are wins the reading, right? I'm just kidding. If you can let me know somehow that you're an A1R Psychic Radio listener or Moonstruck TV listener in the comments, that way I know who is looking to be put in the thing for the free reading. Okay? How about that? So I didn't choose anybody this last time because I couldn't tell who you were. And I apologize. If I missed somebody, just let me know and we'll figure it out. But I did have someone from the time before. So let's see, I wrote her name down. Oh, she's from Australia. So Reagan King, if you're listening tonight, just get a hold of me and we will figure out a time to do the reading. Okay? So perfect. Also, I haven't pulled a card in a long time, and I feel like I maybe want to do that tonight. Remember, we're always working on shining our light a little brighter, so maybe this will be a message that we need tonight. It's my Alice in Wonderland deck because it's been such a crazy week, right? She's kind of a crazy girl. So let's see which one. Here we go. Oh, and we got Shine Bright Like a Candle every single time. Like, I can't make this up. This one says, shine bright like a candle. You will make it through this. So I'm really bad at that. Okay. So perhaps that's for me, but I bet it's for the rest of you too. So remember that light that we shine that's bright, it's our soul leading our way, right? Each of us has a big, bright, shiny light in our heart space, and it helps to guide us. So let's remember that for the week coming up. And I think I already have a caller. Let's see, Alexa.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Good.
And I'm so sorry. I did write down, I thought, where you're from. Can you tell me again where you're from? Oh, Memphis.
I'm from Memphis. Yes, ma'am. Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh my gosh. How beautiful. Do you have a question for me, or what kind of reading were you looking for tonight?
Do you do mediumship at all?
I do.
I would love that.
Okay. Is there though the tricky part is, with the 10 or 15 minutes we have, it can be short. So if we get cut off, you can find me on the Facebook page. Okay. Or under my name. All right. So is there anybody in particular that you were looking to connect with, or are you just looking for?
No, yeah, my fiance passed away in December, so his name is Zane Warner.
What was that again, then?
His name is Zane Warner, if you need that information.
Okay. Did you say Zane?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's a very cool name. Okay. Let me just, okay. The very, very first thing that he does before I can even try to connect with him is he steps in with a humongous, like the biggest bouquet of roses I've ever seen. And I know that sounds pretty...
He always did that. He always did that.
Okay, I was wondering because, that's a sign, of course, that Spirit likes to use a lot. I bring a bouquet of flowers, but this guy is like, if he could fill up the entire room with this big bouquet of flowers, he would. So he brings those for you. Um, and I wonder if there's also something else. He makes me wonder if there's something else about roses in particular. Um,
He
had you,
does have a big rose tattoo, like on the
okay,
palm of his hand, like on the front
okay,
part of his hand. It's
okay.
pretty big.
What on the inside? Did you say?
No,
Oh, the
on the
outside.
front
Okay,
top of his
okay.
hand.
Okay. I don't know if that's it, but it makes me feel like it has something to do with the way he proposed to you. That's where I was going to go with it. It makes me wonder if there was something about roses or if you talked about your wedding having certain flower arrangements. Would that mean anything to you? Or had
Around
you?
our engagement, yes. I think it was the day before he did. He got me a bunch of roses the day before.
Okay. Maybe it'll come out a little bit more too, because it makes me feel like there's something else with these roses, the tattoo, obviously, but I didn't give you that piece of information. So I wanted to validate a little bit more. It almost feels like there was some talk, like, I mean, I feel like would he be the kind of person that would do like the rose petals down a path kind of a thing? Did he do anything like that when he asked you to marry him?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. I'm going to let that go. It does seem important, but
Okay.
if you can think of something, let me know. Um,
Okay.
he also makes me feel like you do know that he's around you a lot.
I do.
And
Yes,
I
ma'am.
wonder, I wonder if you um, actually hear your name called.
I
Would it be
have
something?
before, yes.
Okay. And I also feel like he is with you a lot, especially at night, because I feel like at night, I don't know if you live by yourself or if you go into like a room by yourself, but
I
it almost
do.
feels
I
like,
live alone by myself.
because sorry, I don't mean to talk over you, sweetheart. It almost feels like it's when you think about him the most is when your mind is kind of trying to settle down for the night. And I feel like
Yes.
that's when he's with you the most, just to know. And I feel like he wants to comfort you and he wants to, and I'm sure he did this in life too, like wrap the blanket around you and get you something to drink and almost like that, like get your shoes for you and stuff like that. He just
Hello.
feels like, well, I was going to say put your slippers on, but I don't think anyone ever does that anymore. But it's almost that feeling of he wants to pamper you and take care of you. And I feel like this is something he would have done for you in life as well. Because he just feels like one of those guys that I don't want to say rare, but uh, he's just very much a gentleman. And for him, it
Yes,
was
absolutely.
all about you, almost to the point of feeling a little bit like uh, traditional, like old school about how he treats women and you in particular, which is very
Yes.
refreshing. Um,
Yes.
now, would he have left a dog behind, or do you have a dog? Neither.
Um, I am about to get a dog, a brand new
Oh,
puppy.
okay, okay, all right. Because I feel like there's some connection with him and a dog, and so do you already have the dog picked out? Because I feel like this
I
dog,
do.
you do? Okay.
Yes, I do.
Can you
Yes, I get her in 4 weeks.
uh, can you verify, did you choose the dog or did the dog choose you? Do you know what I
The
mean by
dog chose me.
yeah, okay, because that's what I feel like. I feel like he had a hand in that. I feel like
Yes,
um like I don't know if you were thinking about getting the between two dogs and this one stuck out for
I was.
a reason. Okay. Because he
Yes,
makes me feel like
absolutely.
he actually had a hand in helping you to meet this dog, and there's something very special about this little puppy. um, and
Oh,
I wonder if there's have you named her already?
I have.
Okay, because I wonder if there's something about her name that also has meaning for him. um, I'm not saying this is the dog's name, but the name that just popped in when I was talking about names, would you know a Roxy or Roseanne? It's
No.
Okay, it's okay if you don't, but there's that rose again. So,
Uh-huh.
and this is one of those things where if I had a lot more time, I could dig into it deeper, and we can after this if you'd like to.
I would
Um,
love to.
um, okay, because there's, yeah, something very, very special about this little sweet thing. Um, is she white by any chance?
She's not.
Okay. It doesn't matter. I just see a white dog and I just wanted to mention that. Let's see.
Now,
Um,
he did have a white dog that passed away years ago, and he was very, very close to that dog.
okay. All right. So maybe that's what he's referencing. Um, were there other things about him that were old fashioned? That's what I keep wanting to
Yes.
say. Like, I want to say almost like if he had a mustache, it would be like one of the handlebar mustache, kind of like that.
No, not at all that, but he was just so, he just had such an old soul, and he was so old school,
Hmm.
like he was. Not as far as really in the way that he dressed and things like that, but just such an old
Right.
soul for
Okay,
sure.
that makes sense because, that for me was a sign, like, it just seems when I think old fashioned, I think of that, but you did a perfect
Yes,
job of explaining to me because I can feel his energy. The next thing, because we're almost out of time, he wants you to know how much he loves you and how he is fine. I don't know if there was some uh, trepidance
yes,
about him not being okay, but he's completely fine. And I would really love to continue this conversation with you if you can.
absolutely. You just let me know when, and I'll reach out to you, and you just get back to me
Please
when you
do.
can.
Yeah, please do, because
Yes,
I'd love to.
absolutely. Thank you so much.
Because it's so refreshing to run across a gentleman like this. That's what I want to say.
Yes,
So thank
yes,
you so much for letting me read for you this short amount of time. To the rest of you, stay tuned for my friend Carmel Ann and Soulfully Glided, and I will see the rest of you all next week. Good night.